Okay, right here is one of the most unique haul trucks that was ever developed. This is a 1998 Payhauler 350C. It's a product by International-Harvester. And as you can see, just by looking at the design of this truck, it's unlike any other haul truck on the market. These trucks are on a complete class of their own. They're very, very unique, and that's basically what I'm going to do, is show you around the truck and show you some of the unique features about it. But a quick little history first. The 4x4 Payhaulers, that's what this one is basically, meaning it's four-wheel drive, these were introduced in the late 60s to replace the older Payhauler fleet, which were all two-wheel drive trucks. And the 350, which is what you see right here, a 350C, it's a newer model, this was the largest of the Payhaulers. It had the payload capacity of 50 to 55 tons. From 1982 to 1998, Payhauler went independent and formed their company to manufacture the Payhaulers under their own name. And as you can see, it's painted in the classic Payhauler livery, the yellow body, the white hood and cab, and the green stripe. It all stopped in late 1998 when Terex bought the Payhauler line off International and started marketing the trucks under the Terex name. And Terex really never did anything. They never changed the design of the trucks. All they did was basically repaint them in Terex livery of the gray, black, and red, and market them as Terex Payhauler. And that lasted until 2003. So now to show you around the truck a little bit. Right here is where your engine is, and under the hood. And the Payhaulers would either have two different types of engines in it. Some of them had Cummins VT 1710Cs, which were V12s. Others had Detroit's 71N65s, which were V16s. And I'm not 100% sure what engine is in this one, but it was usually either one of the two. Some of the newer rebuilds had Cat engines installed in them. You'll see your two working lights on each side of the truck, your bumper right here, and your pin basically to pull another truck out. You always usually have that on the front of a haul truck or articulated truck. Now, probably one of the most unique features on this truck that stands out to everybody who first sees it are the tires on it. Now, unlike most haul trucks that would have the front tires centered underneath the cab, Payhauler put both of the front tires and the rear tires and centered them equally under the dump body. The purpose was to spread the weight of the load on each axle equally, and that's exactly what it did. And you'll also notice that the front two tires, unlike most trucks that would have the front tires which would be single, this has dual front tires on it. And the idea was to give the truck better, make it more rugged, have better flotation, better traction on the truck. And it actually did work too. It was a very good design to have the dual wheels in the front. This right here is your hydraulic fluid tank. This that you see coming out right here, this is for your tailgate on the truck. The one on this one's been removed, but basically the tailgate will be connected there and mount on the end. This would support the chain on the end of the tailgate, so basically when the dump body lifted up, it would pull the tailgate up so it could dump its load. And here's a view from the back of the truck. And right over here, you'll see your fuel body right here, your tank, where your diesel would go. And your exhaust port right here, comes out right here. Unlike most trucks that would run the exhaust through the body, Payhauler had your exhaust port right there. Your air filter right up here, got up on the side of the truck. There's basically one of your air intakes right here, and the other air cleaner there. Your engine right down in there. And this is Detroit in this one here. Like I said, some of them had Cummins, some of them were Detroits. Now we'll take a look up inside the cab. Now this is probably one of the things that most people, a lot of quarries like to run these Payhaulers because they're very, very good for off-highway. But this is probably one of the things that a lot of operators hated about them, that the cabs, as you can see, were very narrow on the truck. So here's an inside view from the Payhauler, and this is basically what you'd see if you were looking out when you were driving the truck. And as you can see, this is to work your dump body, this lever right here. Basically to raise and lower it and hold it. Here's your gears right here. Your on-off switch for the truck. Your pedals, your steering wheel. That's basically the whole setup on the truck right there. Now these trucks are really unique because, as I said, being that they're four-wheel drive, you can easily maneuver them on quarries. You don't see a lot of these on mining operations, but quarries do like to run them because they're good off-road trucks. And what's really nice about these trucks is the fact that they could go through practically anything. As far as going up steep inclines or grades, these trucks have no problem going up steep slopes or anything because of the dual tires on them and the way the truck is built. And they can be, however, a mechanic's nightmare. Most of the International equipment was. But they are a very, very reliable truck. And a lot of companies like to run them because they're cheaper than compared to if you had to buy a Cat or Komatsu. They're a cheaper haul truck, but they're very dependable and do get the job done.